A big soybean harvest starts with attention to all the little details.
So I'm just making sure that these are all sharp, not broken.
Inspecting the knives on the combine, doing a quick taste test.
If they snap, they're close to being ready. If they're chewy, or they're not ready yet. You got a little bit of snap.
It's all part of the job for fourth-generation farmer Kyle Hutchinson, whose family has been growing soybeans here at Hutchinson Brothers Farm in Cordova since, well,
as long as I can remember, certainly since the 70s. My father started farming in the 60s with one of his brothers, so I would think back then also.
Recently, he's been keeping an eye on a tiny problem hiding in the beans.
Oh, here's one that actually snapped off. You can see that clean cut from where they actually chew through it. That's where you lose your money.
On this morning in early October, University of Maryland Extension agent Alan Leslie joins Kyle to scout for a troublesome insect known as Dectes stem borer.
So Dectes stem borer has been kind of an intermittent, sporadic pest of soybeans in Maryland and Delaware. Only recently, farmers have been recognizing and reporting it as becoming a more serious pest.
During the summer, female beetles lay their eggs inside soybean plants, but the damage doesn't show until autumn.
The larvae complete their entire life cycle inside of the main stem of the plant, and once the plant dries down to the point where it would normally be harvested, they make their way to the base of the plant, chew through the base of the stem of the plant, and then bury themselves in the crown of the root. Now that severely weakens the stem, and if you get any kind of wind or storm event, then that plant will just snap and fall to the ground.
And suddenly, beans that were ready for harvest have fallen out of reach of the combine.
The harvesting equipment does not have the ability to pick up that plant once it breaks off and falls. It just kind of pushes them over, and then you're just kind of sliding over top of them, not getting them into the machine. So you have lost that plant. Yes, you could go over with your hand and you can pick it up and put it in the header, but you're not going to do that when there's 120,000 plants per acre. Worst case scenario would be probably 25% yield loss. And I mean, that would be all your profit right there gone.
Thankfully, today's crop looks safe. Alan has studied Dectes stem borer since 2017. Although not as destructive as some pests, this native insect has proven tricky to control. For one thing, chemical sprays aren't very effective.
And there's several reasons that insecticides don't work. The first is that the adults are the only life stage that you can target. Our work shows that the adults will emerge between the beginning of July all the way through the beginning of August. So a single application of insecticide is not going to give you season-long control of the adult population. And eggs are laid inside the plant. The larva hatches. It spends its entire life cycle developing inside the plant, and you can't spray it if it's inside the plant. So you can't get any coverage with chemical insecticides.
Farmers can till the ground after harvest to bury the larvae, but this causes unwanted soil erosion. A more promising option, crop rotation.
So planting the same crop in the same field year after year tends to be a problem because pests have a continuous host and they can stay in that field and reproduce and be happy and successful every year. So Dectes stem borer can't reproduce on corn that would normally be rotated in between planting soybeans. So even going a single year into corn means that entire field is no longer suitable habitat for Dectes.
The issue is where we plant a lot of our full season soybeans, we plant that on our poorest ground because they're a cheaper crop to grow. So you try to rotate them into corn, because corn, it's not an issue with corn, but you don't want to do it every other year because you know it's your poorest ground, you know you're probably going to lose money on it. So it's kind of a chicken and egg thing, you know. You got to rotate them some, but you don't want to do it too much.
But the options don't stop there.
Timely harvest is another thing. If you know you got a problem in that field, be there when they're ready. Don't wait another week because they'll be breaking off that whole week and you'll be losing plants.
By incorporating all these strategies, Kyle has found this little bug isn't such a big problem anymore.
It's important to study pests like Dectes stem borer and to learn more about their biology, because just blindly spraying insecticide over a field and just hoping that that will eradicate your target pest is not always going to be effective. So learning more about alternative management strategies that may be more effective and maybe more cost effective is important.